We're still a few minutes away from the opening bell on Wall Street, so let's take a look at what's moving here on the Yahoo Finance platform. Shares of Caterpillar getting hit here after reporting earnings that beat Wall Street estimates. But guys, just going through this report, weakness in some key areas for Caterpillar. First and foremost, operating margins down. That key construction business market does not probably like to hear that. Also, sales within the Asia-Pacific business down 17% year over year, and Caterpillar calling out weakness in China. All red flags in this quarter, all things the market probably doesn't like.
Yeah, I think the China thing is really key here. The company does say that its profit margin is going to improve in the second half of the year, but that doesn't seem to be helping the stock today. And it also, by the way, in the plus column, has talked about that it is going to be continuing to raise prices, or at least maintain the prices it has. It says third quarter sales will rise from higher sales and price realization.
Can't afford their dump trucks anyway. I'm priced out of the market already.
I mean, the company is saying, at least the CEO, Jim Umpleby, is saying that the second quarter results actually reflect healthy demand, is what they're calling it, across most of their end markets, remaining focused on some of their strategy for the long-term profitable growth there. So we'll see when that profitability continues to be kind of priced in by the shareholders, particularly here as shares are down by about 3.5% here pre-market. But the operating cash flow, the enterprise cash flow, $2.5 billion, and they talked about their repurchasing of $1.1 billion in shares as well during the quarter. That's something that we've also seen the investors latch on to over the course of this earnings season. Not the case here for Caterpillar, but on some of the newer announcements of some of the share buybacks or repurchases. We've seen some of the companies, even on depressed earnings results, still move higher on that. Not the case here for Caterpillar.
Another industrial company warning about slowing sales in key parts of the business. At the same time, inflation remains high. So they can push through all the price increases that they want. Inflation for this business remains high. Steel, you name it.
Well, and they can't also, when it comes to their China sales, there's not much they can do about slowing growth there, and also shutdowns that have happened there, and all of that affecting potentially construction in China, and then affecting demand for construction equipment as well. And by the way, we had a handful of industrial companies that reported alongside Caterpillar. Cummins, the industrial engine and truck maker, that company actually coming out and beating estimates. Those shares are higher. DuPont, which obviously not a manufacturer, but industrial applications, chemical company, that company narrowing its adjusted earnings per share forecast for the year. So those shares have been trading down. And then Eaton, another engine and industrial company, that company raising its forecast for the full year. So there isn't necessarily a sort of standard narrative when it comes to some of these big industrial companies that are reporting.
On fire with these earnings this morning. All right, Julie.
Well, I'm interested in the industrials and kind of what they tell us about what's going on around the globe in terms of demand.